spent so many weekends in Vegas, it's only right I dedicate some time there and pay homage. I've left that place with timeless memories and experiences that only can happen out there. First off, finding the right hotel is important. You gotta make sure you buy all the action that you consider the action. At most, walking distance. If you're not trying to spend all that money on Ubers. Last time I used a taxi, this dude charged me $20 just to open up the door. Just to leave my fingerprints on the door handle. There's few hotels I keep in rotation. I don't step out of that unless I have to. On top of that, I like my hotel room next to the elevator and the community ice machine. I don't want to walk a mile to get my drink chilly. I don't want to miss no group toast, bachelor party, hangover speeches, drink clinging or nothing. And they be killing me with the incidentals, the minibar snacks off to the side. You check in your hotel, you'll see one Coke, one bag of chips, and a Snickers bar. And if you test that alone, that's an $80 charge off your card. If you whistle too loud by the incidentals, they'll charge you. Vegas will get money out of you some way, somehow. The nightlife got to be planned out within your party. There's always that one person in your crew that got promoter contacts that know the same promoter since the 8th grade. The promoter is like family because every time they hit his line, he comes through. You hit these promoters, they have a hefty set of rules that you better follow or else no entrance, especially for the dudes. The woman, they just have to show up, look nice, get to the entrance, and they let them in, no worries. But for the dudes, you better get right. Promoters be like, make sure it's 19 women to one guy. Guys have to be there before 8 a.m. Dress code enforced, no t-shirts, no jeans, no Jordans. If you're wearing a belt, make sure it only has 4 holes poked in it. Also, I'd advise you, get a table. We have Future coming at 4 a.m. Once you get behind the table, you can't pass the WWE ring rope. If you have to piss, you have to hold it to the last song of the night. Hella rules. You get a table, you off to the side, secluded. Bottle waiters got you covered all night, bring you out drinks in the tub at your service. But if you don't get a table, you shoulder to shoulder with everyone on the dance floor. Bouncers moving through the crowd for no reason, tapping your shoulder every 5 seconds, trying to look for fights that haven't even started yet. And there's always that one guy on the dance floor that's dancing too hard. You can tell he's having a ball because his shirt is drenched. This man is trying his hardest to get that girl's number. The DJ's teasing you in between songs. As soon as a good song come on, he change it. He giving monologues in between the songs about which rappers will be there for the rest of the year. I don't step foot in clubs that play house music. I don't know how to dance to that. I don't even want to hear it from outside in the casino. Like, I'll play the slot machine until they find a new DJ. I'm not trying to stare at the ceiling. I'm trying to dance, at least bob my head to something. Every time I go to Vegas, I usually go for the day parties, the clubs, and the food. But I still have yet to see the real entertainment, the events that they promote everywhere when you're walking the strip. For example, the various residents from different artists, the Blue Man Group, Penn and Teller, the magicians, they have billboards everywhere. I be thinking Penn got more tricks up his sleeve, though. He always got that sneaky smirk on his face. This man has secrets. Like, that's something that I have to check out when I go to Vegas. Maybe like a family trip or, something as a whole group as opposed to just my homies. You walk the strip in Vegas, you'll see all type of promoters pulling up on you. The deals sound good at first, but there's always a catch at the end. They'll be like, how you doing, fellas? Free limo ride to the club, 2 drinks included. The driver will get you there in 2 minutes and carry you on his back to the entrance. And then when you get to the front, you'll only have to pay $1,000. Tell them Penny sent you my pleasure. Can't get this deal anywhere else. They'll never get me with that. I'd rather find my own way. And if you curve any of the promoters on the strip, they'll be salty as hell. And when you walk in the strip, it's only right that you get to the Fat Tuesdays. You got to get to the Fat Tuesday booth. And you got to have your drink memorized. It's the same drink that you get every time you go. Like, I'll get to the counter and I'll be like, can I get the Bellini mixed with 190 octane with a shot of Ciroc? I stick with the same drink every time. I don't hold a lineup. They know me there. They even know my middle name. That's how much I'm there. You can get different types of Fat Tuesdays, too. Like, they have the jug, they have the vase, and if you're feeling adventurous, you're feeling brave, then you can get the medallion drink and wear it around your neck if you want to black out that night. If that's your goal, you can go ahead and get the biggest drink they got there. And you got to save your Fat Tuesday cup for later. You got to deep cleanse it for the refill on the next go-around. One thing that makes me laugh in Vegas is the Uber drivers. The driving skills are legit. They have routes you can only dream of. What you see as a 15-minute drive, they see as a challenge. They don't even let you reach for your seatbelt. As soon as the door closes, the ride starts. They have a quota to reach that day. Switching lanes is their hobby. The tighter the spot to get over, the more excited that they get. Just the attempt alone drives them nuts. If they can pull it off, it's a highlight for their stats for the day. Every time I hop on an Uber in Vegas, they always got jokes lined up for me. They got locations of where I should go, just plugs on spots that would just make for a great weekend. You have no choice but to give the Uber driver 5 stars when you get off on that ride. There's no guarantee all your plans will go how you want them to in Vegas, but there's always a guarantee you're going to leave with some stories without a doubt. If you've been tuning into the podcast, thanks for all the support. I'm going to continue to bring on more guests, going to continue to have more solo episodes. So thank you guys for the support early on as this goes on. It's real serious.